And we're back.
Yes, we are.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well, hi there. I'm Fenwa.
I'm lost.
and I'm Demo Weasel.
And as always, now that we've completed that mission as Corbin, we're doing it again as Leeloo.
Oh boy.
Leeloo must reach the cockpit.
Yeah, there it goes.
This is basically,
Ruby Rod just reached his.
Thanks, Frankie.
This is basically Half-Life Decay, except in the Fifth Element setting. And also, you play each part separately.
Yep, so now we leave the tightly packed sleeping quarters and enter the massive lobby inside the shuttle.
Yes.
Just
You remember this.
Punched to death immediately. You just...
And again, so we have one of these levels where Corbin and Leeloo start in exactly the same place. So what is that? Did he wake up first and then she did? Or she woke up first and then he did?
I think this is all just playing out in one of their minds.
Oh, they're actually both asleep right now.
Yeah. This is a dream.
I had a phenomenon pointed out to me about, quote-unquote, strong female characters in cinema. And that's that, like, even in modern films, like in Guardians of the Galaxy, they still, like, only pit them against similar strong female characters. Quote-unquote, again.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm remembering the Fifth Element. That totally wasn't the case with Leeloo.
Right, yeah. Leeloo has that fight with all those Mangalores. Oh, by the way, you might remember from the Fifth Element movie, those little, like, fuzzball things that they have to take the flamethrower to the landing gear to get them out of.
Mm-hmm.
So here's those.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I apologize. I am actually spacing out on the name of something that was actually in the movie.
Oh, I see.
Anyway. But that's those.
It's like that one thing from that other sci-fi media property. What is it?
Yeah, they are basically triples, I agree.
Oh, I see.
But they had a name in the Fifth Element.
I was just gonna dance around it, but okay.
So this
No fun.
this segment of this level was actually one of those instances where I did have to lean pretty heavily on a FAQ. It kind of epitomizes that whole level design philosophy of
What is this?
you enter a room to press a button to open another door, to press a button to open a door back in the room you were in the first time. So we entered the right room first, we entered the left room first, then we enter the middle room, and I believe pressing a switch in the middle room will give us access to a door that was back in the left room again, so we'll have to backtrack back to that room.
Really now?
Yeah, and I think at some point this level actually loops in on itself, so if you're not paying attention, you will actually get really lost.
The decor in this room is really terrible. Like, look at this wall pattern.
It looks like...
it's the Fhloston Paradise logo, but black and white.
No,
Sorry, can you imagine, like, seeing a U.S. Air, like, lobby or waiting room that was structured like that?
No. Here's what that is. It's on the cup, like on the side of a cup in like a fast food restaurant, like in the early 90s.
Yeah.
There you
I
go.
have no idea if U.S. Air actually still exists, also.
They just merged with American Airlines.
Oh, I see.
Yep, they just got eaten. Hooray for monopolization.
Yeah!
So back in that middle room earlier, one of those switches opened up a secret passageway, which allows you to bypass a portion of the level. But again, with the way the level loops on it itself, I usually ended up getting lost trying to go that route. So I decided to just play the level straight instead.
Did you say you got flossed?
Yes, I got Fhloston Paradise. I think we've made that joke before, but I don't care.
I don't think so. But if you have, then it's your fault.
Okay.
I didn't make that joke before, it was you.
Oh, this is the...
Jump into the lava.
Yeah, this is the engine room of the shuttle to Fhloston.
Mm-hmm.
The music is very funky today.
Hallways that are lined with red-hot heating coils.
Yeah, and yet you can
Giant
be
exposed wires. Also.
and yet you can be in those very rooms without any sort of protective gear, and you'll be fine.
That sounds like a really bad cover band for Red Hot Chili Peppers, Red Hot Heating Coils.
Okay.
Perfect. Can you imagine 2001: A Space Odyssey if it took place in this spaceship?
No. I bet
Hal,
you.
I'm a little lost. Hal, can you open the map? Hal.
Hal observes Dave and Frank as they attempt to navigate the jumping puzzles, and realize that they are not as efficient as they could be.
Yep.
Here's a question I don't think I've asked. Let's say that somebody revives the Fifth Element as like a property upon which to make another video game. All right, let's just say
Okay.
that. What genre do you think would best fit the game?
Point and click adventure.
That's what I was thinking.
Yes.
That would. It's because I was mostly thinking of like, well, Blade Runner is a point and click game,
Yeah.
so Fifth Element could probably be one too.
Blade Runner is the ultimate point and click game.
Yeah, the problem with adapting a movie into a straight up action game is that it means you have to create oops. You have to create action segments where, maybe there didn't used to be one. Like what this entire game does, basically.
Whereas, like with most movies, the most like the relevant part is the writing, the character interaction, things like that, which are things that point and click games generally excel at.
Yeah.
Like in the hands of a right developer, in the hands of I don't know if Telltale is the right fit.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but something like that. Like the Back to the Future game was actually really good.
Yeah, except for the last episode,
I suppose. Yes.
where I think I mentioned it already, but I left the potted plant in a.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I left the potted plant behind before I went back to the future, and I was completely stuck, and I would have to have restarted that entire thing over. And I was like, nope. I just looked it up on YouTube.
That's right. That's one of the 5 elements. You can't go without that.
I know.
That's right.
Just
I've actually been wondering if it's possible to accidentally complete one of these levels without picking up the respective element, but I'm not sure it is. Like, I think in every level where you have to pick up an element, picking up that element signals the end of the level.
Oh, okay. So this is more original music, right?
Oh yeah, this is the funky theme from the Fifth Element game.
Alright. You're in the red room again.
Yep, with the tribbles.
Giant corridors, giant hallways.
Giant hallways full of bottomless pits.
Yep.
This is an area where I got way lost, and actually led to me getting frustrated and restarting the level a couple of times. I believe, if memory serves correctly, I have passed by the area that I need to go to, but the grate that I have to kick out looks so similar to every other grate on the wall that I didn't even know I had to do that.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yep.
Is it that one?
I don't know, let me get my plant out.
You should, let's see. Are grenades one of the 5 elements? I can't remember.
Yes. Yeah, the explosion element.
The element of surprise.
It's the element of force. Let's get classy about this.
You have to put E at the end of every element.
Yep.
So you have airy, fiery, watery, and earth.
Is this a, never mind.
Is this a what?
I was trying to remember which JRPG had really dumb spell names like that.
All of them.
Oh, Phantasy Star Online.
Please give an example.
I honestly cannot think of any. I just remember that game having weird spell names.
Are you sure you're not thinking of the Shin Megami Tensei series? Like Zio and Agi and...
And then like things of like Mabufu.
Yes, Mabufu.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll learn Tamabufu.
Oh, Frankie, you said you like platforming, so here's a level full of that.
I like platforming when it's done well.
Part of the reason I keep failing is because
Suck.
yeah. Because some of those platforms that you have to jump on are also conveyor belts that push you backward, but the texture does not. The texture does not animate, so you can't tell that that's the case until you step on it. So you either risk being pushed off the back end, or you risk running off the front end because you didn't know that it was stationary.
Oh god.
Yep.
I don't know. I think the Fifth Element is easily one of my favorite 3D platformers from this era. Like right up there with Banjo-Kazooie.
Right up there with Rascal on PS1.
Yep, Rascal. Who can forget old Rascal and Blasto? How about that?
Oh man. That game exists.
Sure did.
So in addition to the conveyor belt, I also have to deal with that spinny arm thing, which will knock you, and then the conveyor belt will cause you to, go backward.
It'll bash you.
I'm surprised at like these moves that you're doing.
But it's okay, because I got shot at by something, which caused me to lose all my momentum, and I fell off anyway.
Hooray.
It's okay, because you were rewarded for falling off by getting the power of the 5 elements again.
That's right.
Ugh.
Sorry it's so dark, also.
Oh, it's okay.
I'm used to it by this point.
Mm-hmm.
All I can see is this vague headless shape running around.
Yes. So yeah, I can't remember which one of these moves, but it's very important.
Oh.
Nope. Maybe it's that one. There it is.
Wow.
So I try to crouch, and that happens.
Great.
I do like the sound that it makes when you get smacked by one of those things.
Oh yeah.
What was it? The sound?
Yeah.
Well, you have to flip.
Because that's how you jump.
No?
That's how Leeloo jumps.
Yeah, I guess. Does she ever jump like that in the movie?
She does cartwheels and stuff.
Yeah,
she kicks high.
But does she like do a front flip while she's jumping?
This music is like from a spreadsheet software tutorial video.
Yeah.
It's from a trainee video.
Yeah.
Like-
This song wants us to be cool about fire safety.
Make sure to keep your hands clean at all times.
That's right.
Apply soap to your hands thusly. Scrub with warm water.
Oh, now we have the multipass, so we can enter the cockpit
Hooray!
and beat this stupid level.
Remember multipass? That's a thing from the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Please
I bet you
continue
if
to play
game,
this.
if this game got released today, it would have had like cheap, like plastic thin multi-passes with pre-order bonuses.
That's right. Hey, I would pre-order the game if it came with a multipass.
Would you? Would you really?
No.
That's what I thought. Yep.
Yep.
These guys do not run away or take cover from grenades.
Nope. They don't stand a chance. He did a spin.
These guys have the AI of Geometry Wars enemies.
Yeah. Also, I noticed that sometimes when you hit them, the punch splash mark is like whitish blue.
Yeah.
And other times
It's
it's
because
like
they have
orange.
force fields.
So that tells you what damage you're doing, I guess.
Yep. Whether
Okay.
you're damaging their shields or their health.
Oh. Or are you just making that up?
No.
Okay.
I like the twirly kicks that these guys are doing.
Yep.
Yes. Again, I'm not sure who they're supposed to be. Are they Zorg henchmen? Do they work for the Mangalores?
They have very thick legs.
They're
Yes, they
Mangalores
do.
in disguise.
Yeah. Hey, probably.
Everybody's a Mangalore.
I mean, we see the Mangalores invading the shuttle at the start of this mission. We don't have any idea what Zorg is up to, and those two factions aren't necessarily on the same page. But it's okay,
Yay!
because now we will pilot the shuttle to Fhloston ourselves.
Nice!
Stop watching this.
Yes. And I can stop this recording.
Yep.